He cut and burnt a morsel for the gods who are young forever, tipped out some wine, then put it in the hands of Odysseus, the old soldier, raider of cities, who sat at ease now with his meat before him. As for the loaves, Mesaulius dealt them out, a yard boy, bought by the swineherd on his own, unaided by his mistress or Laertes from Taphians, while Odysseus was away. Now all hands reached for that array of supper, until, when hunger and thirst were turned away, Mesaulius removed the bread, and heavy with food and drink they settled back to rest. Now night had come on, rough, with no moon, but a night-long downpour setting in, the rain-wind blowing hard from the west. Odysseus began to talk, to test the swineherd, trying to put it in his head to take his cloak off and lend it, or else urge the others to. He knew the man's compassion. "Listen," he said, "Eumaeus, and you others, here's a wishful tale that I shall tell. The wine's behind it, vaporing wine, that makes a serious man break down and sing, kick up his heels and clown, or tell some story that were best untold. But now I'm launched, I can't stop now. Would God I felt the hot blood in me that I had at Troy. Laying in ambush near the walls one time, Odysseus and Menelaus were commanders, and I ranked third. I went at their request. We worked in toward the bluffs and battlements, and circling the town, got into canebrakes, thick and high, a marsh where we took cover, hunched under arms. The north wind dropped, and night came black and wintry. A fine sleet descending whitened the cane like hoarfrost, and clear ice grew dense upon our shields. The other men, all wrapped in blanket cloaks as well as tunics, rested well, in shields up to their shoulders. But I had left my cloak with friends in camp, foolhardy as I was. No chance of freezing hard, I thought, so I wore kilts and a shield only. But in the small hours of the third watch, when stars that rise at evening go down to their setting, I nudged Odysseus, who lay close beside me. He was alert then, listening, and I said, "Son of Laertes and the gods of old, Odysseus, master mariner and soldier, I cannot hold on long among the living. The cold is making a corpse of me. Some god inveigled me to come without a cloak. No help for it now, too late." Next thing I knew, he had a scheme already in his mind, and what a man he was for schemes and battles. Speaking under his breath to me, he murmured, "Quiet, none of the rest should hear you." Then, propping his head on his forearm, he said, "Listen, lads, I had an ominous dream, the point being how far forward from our ships and lines we've come. Someone should volunteer to tell the corps commander, Agamemnon, he may reinforce us from the base." At this, Thoas jumped up, the young son of Andrymon, put down his crimson cloak and headed off, running shoreward. Wrapped in that man's cloak, how gratefully I lay in the bitter dark until the dawn came stitched in gold. I wish I had that sap and fiber in me now. Then, "O my swineherd," you replied, Eumaeus, "that was a fine story and well told. Not a word out of place, not a pointless word. No, you'll not sleep cold for lack of cover, or any other comfort one should give to a needy guest. However, in the morning you must go flapping in the same old clothes. Shirts and cloaks are few here. Every man has one change only. When our prince arrives, the son of Odysseus, he will make you gifts, cloak, tunic, everything, and grant you passage wherever you care to go." On this he rose and placed the bed of balsam near the fire, strewing the sheepskins on top, and skins of goats. Odysseus lay down. His host threw over him a heavy blanket cloak, his own reserve against the winter wind when it came wild. So there Odysseus dropped off to sleep, while herdsmen slept near by. But not the swineherd. Not in the hut could he lie down in peace, but now equipped himself for the night outside. And this rejoiced Odysseus' heart, to see him care for the herd so, while his lord was gone. He hung a sharp sword from his shoulder, gathered a great cloak round him, close, to break the wind, and pulled a shaggy goatskin on his head. Then, to keep at a distance dogs or men, he took a sharpened lance, and went to rest under a hollow rock, where swine were sleeping, out of the wind and rain.